Did you know that Emily Dickinson suffered from a sight disorder which kept her away from home for quite a long time? Since September 1863, precisely during her most prolific writing period when she was in her mid-30s, she started to show signs of light sensitivity, aching eyes, blurred vision and headaches, and so in February 1864 she visited Dr. Henry Willard Williams, one of the first physicians who focused solely on the study and treatment of the eyes. However, to start a monitoring treatment with Dr. Williams, Emily was forced to move near him, and then in April that same year she started living with her two orphaned Norcross cousins, Frances and Louise, in their boarding house in Cambridgeport. According to Emily, the treatment was painful, but personally I think that the most painful part of the treatment was the fact that she was not allowed to go out in the spring sunlight and was confined in dim light all the time, and worst of all, she had to stay away from her best friends, books, as she expressed some years later in a letter to a family friend. Some years ago I had a woe, the only one that ever made me tremble. It was a shutting out of all the dearest ones of time, the strongest friends of the soul, books. For this reason, she referred to these first 8 confinement months as the 8 months of Siberia. Instead, Dr. Williams recommended her other activities such as listening, discussion, or contemplation. So, for a person keen on reading, writing, and having nice walks outdoors, to have an extended eye condition that kept her away from her passions must have been, as she herself defined, like a prison. I work in my prison and make guests for myself. So she didn't bring her much beloved dog Carlo with her because she thought that he very likely would die in jail. And even though she seemed to have felt welcomed, for as she herself mentioned, her cousins were taking sweet care of her, this distance from her safe place, from her refuge, may have worsened her feeling of reclusion. And you may be wondering, but what about her poems? What happened to her writing? Well, at least in this area she had some relief, because she was still allowed to write some poems with a pencil rather than a pen though, and always by the light of a castle lamp instead of the typical one that Emily normally used, as the former produced a non-flickering and less glaring light. Unfortunately, this treatment took much longer than Emily expected, what discouraged her a lot. Altogether, she lived this experience twice. The first period extended from April to November 1864, as in September that same year, she still could not go outside on her own. And as she herself mentioned, I have been sick so long, I do not know the sun. Anyway, she prepared to go back home before Thanksgiving. But once there, she remained in bed quite often, as she did not feel capable of writing or reading, nor could she still bear the light reflected by the snow. And so in April 1865, she decided that she needed to go back to Dr. Williams and her cousins once again. Just 1 month later, in May, she felt excited about the fact that she could knit a hood for her sister. But at the same time, Emily felt that her absence could constitute for Vinnie an extra burden with chores, and wished to be there to help. Finally, in October 1865, she seemed to be completely recovered. Regarding the diagnosis of her condition, well, there are no surviving records that could clarify this matter, but iritis, which produces swelling and irritation around the iris, is the most commonly accepted theory. But exotropia, which is a form of strabismus, and even psychiatric issues have also been suggested. Her return home was marked by her passionate reunion with her much beloved books. Going home, I flew to the shelves and devoured the luscious passages. I thought I should tear the leaves out as I turned them. Her first choice was the reading of Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, her favourite, and over time her nephew Ned had to read the newspaper for her, for even though she could have used reading glasses, she preferred not to. And if you didn't know, now you know.